Hello students, today you have done the chapter fraction, but today we will be coming to how to convert decimals to fractions and fractions to decimals. So what we do here is we will be taking a decimal number, converting into fraction, and then in the second part we will be taking a fraction and turning it into a decimal form. So when we need to change decimals to fraction, children, what we need to do is we need to know the place value chart of decimals. So in decimal place value chart, children, after ones you have the tenths place, that is 1 by 10, the hundredths place, that is 1 by 100, and the thousandths place, that is 1 by 1000. Suppose we are taking a two-digit number 0.24. Here, children, you need to remember a very important fact that we will not read it as 24, whereas each figure will be read out separately. Like we say it 0.24. Here we see, children, 2 is in the tenths place of the decimal place value chart and 4 is in the hundredths place. So when we convert it into a fraction, we write it as 24 by 100 and we read it out as 24 hundredths. Taking a number which is a single digit number 0.5, we know here 5 is lying in the tenths place, because after the decimal point the tenths place starts, then the hundreds, then the thousands, and like that it goes on. So 0.5 will be written as nothing else but 5 by 10. Taking yet another number where we have 0.84. Here 8 is lying in the tenths place, that means the place value of here 8 is 8 by 10, and the place value of 4 is nothing but 4 by 100. Why? Because 4 is there in the hundredths place and 8 in the tenths place. So the fractional number becomes here 84 by 100. Suppose, children, you take a number where we don't have either 10 or 100 or 1000 as the denominator, but some other number, then what do we do in that case? Let us come to know. We have taken a number 5 by 6, where 5 is the numerator which is acting as the dividend and 6 is the denominator which is acting as the divisor. In the chapter division, children, you might have known about the terms. Dividend is a number that gets divided. The divisor is the number that divides the dividend. Quotient is the answer that we get as a result of your division, and remainder is the leftover part that is there in the last step. So here when 5 is getting divided by 6, children, what happens is 5 is a smaller number that is there acting as the dividend, and 6 is a greater number that is there acting as the divisor. So your 6 cannot go by 5. Then what do? We apply a point and just beside 5 we put a number 0. Why? Because on the application of the decimal there as a point, we are putting a 0 beside 5. Now we see how many times it goes. The number that is nearby to 50 is 6 8s are 48. So we write 48. So 50 minus 48 gives you the remainder as 2. Now since, children, we have applied already the decimal point in the first place, we can now go on adding zeros as we go on getting the result of our subtraction. So now the number we get after subtracting 48 from 50, 2, the 0 will come besides 2. Now we have the number as 20. Now we will see how many times 6 goes near about to 20. 6 3s are 18. So we write 18. Again we have remainder as 2. So like that your division will go on. Now again we can place a 0. Again it will come 3 times. So the number will become, if you want to take it after decimal till 2 places, it is 8.83. Because, children, this 3 will go on repeating. That is why a bar is given over 3. That means it is a recurring number. Recurring means something that goes on repeating. Okay. So now the answer that we got after dividing 5 by 6, which was in the fractional form, we got the answer in the decimal as 0.83. We take yet another number, children, where we don't have in the denominator a number as 10. We have taken a number 2 by 3, where 2 is the numerator and 3 as the denominator, 2 acting as the dividend here and 3 as the divisor. Again we see the dividend is lesser than the divisor. So again we have to put a point. By putting a point, your number that will come beside 2 is 0. So now we see how many times it goes in the table of 3. 3 6 are 18. So we are again having the remainder as 2 here. When we have the remainder as 2, we again go to divide. We don't have to put any more points because children, as the decimal point is already there, you can write a 0 besides 2. So again the number that we get in the quotient form is, again it will become 3 6 are 18. 2 will again come as the remainder there. So when this 6 goes on repeating, children, we put generally a bar over that particular number 6. That is said to be a recurring number. Recurring means something that goes on repeating itself. Okay, so 2 by 3 we get the answer as 0.6, and if we go on further dividing, this will go on coming as 0.666 like that. Okay, now children, this we talked when we discussed about how, when we are taking a decimal, pure decimal number, what happens when we take a number where we have a whole number as well as a decimal. In that case, what do we do? Suppose we have some number before the decimal point, then how do we do it? What if there is a whole number before the decimal point? Suppose here we are taking a number into consideration, that is 1.589. After decimal, children, you are having 3 places, that is the 10th place, the 100th and the 1000th place. That means here, according to the place value chart, the value of 5 is 5 by 10, value of 8 is 8 by 100, and the value of 9 is 9 by 1000. So 9 is lying here in the 1000th place, 8 in the 100th and 5 in the 10th place. So when we try to convert it into a fractional form, we write it as 1 because 1 is a whole number. After that the decimal point is there. That is why we write it as 1589 divided by or by 1000. Okay. Now children, we have taken here a whole number in the form of 2 digits, that is 25.5. So when we take 25.5, we see that after point we are having only a single digit number, that is 5, which is lying in the place, your decimal place value chart, in the 10th place. So it is 25 5 by 10. Okay, why after 0.5? Because we know 0.5 after 0.5 is lying in the 10th place, so 5 will automatically become as 5 by 10, so it is 25 5 by 10. Now children, let us come to the second half, how to convert the fractions to the decimals. Okay, when we are taking a number, now we are discussing how we are converting the decimals to the fraction. Now the second half comes, how to convert the fractions to the decimals. See children, here we have taken a fractional number which is 23 by 100. So this is the, when we take 23 by 100, we say that this is the hundredths place. So 3 needs to be in the hundredths place, and we know that 2 is there in the tenths place. When 3 is there in the hundredths place and 2 is there in the tenths place, then the number will be read as 0.23. Or suppose when you divide also, you go for dividing, children, taking 23 as the numerator and 100 as the denominator, where 23 becomes the dividend and 100 becomes the divisor. We cannot divide 23 by 100. Why? Because the dividend is a 2-digit number and the divisor is a 3-digit number. So a 2-digit number cannot be divided by a 3-digit divisor. So by the application of a point there or a decimal there, we just write 0 besides 23. So now it becomes 230. Now 100 times, it will go 2 times. 100 2s are 200. So we have the remainder 230 minus 200 is your 30. Now because 30 is coming as the remainder, we will already the decimal is given, so one more 0 will come and attach near 30, which is now becoming 300. So 100 3s are, it is 300. So in this manner your 23 by 100 is becoming as 0.23. Either you go by the long division method or placing it according, because we already learnt about decimal, placing it in the decimal place value chart also, you can write 2 belonging to the 10th place and 3 belonging to the 100th place. So the number finally in decimal becomes 0.23. Now children, taking a 3-digit number in the fractional form, 567 by 1000. Here this is the thousands place, so what we do, since it is divided by 1000, your 7 is coming in the decimal place value chart in the thousands place, 6 in the hundreds place, and 5 in the tens place. So when 567 is being divided by 1000, we get the answer as 0.567. If you go by the long division method also, children, your divisor here, the denominator is a 4-digit number, and the dividend 567 is a 3-digit number. So a 4-digit number cannot be divided by a 3-digit number. As a result, we will put a decimal point. When you put a decimal point, your 0 will come and attach near the 4-digit number 567, and now it will become 5670. Then by dividing by 1000, it will go 5 times. So it becomes 1000 5s are 5000. So now we have the remainder left as 670. So since we have already applied the point decimal there, 670, now one more 0 comes there. Okay, your 6700 it will become. So again 1000 into 6, 6000 it becomes. So 6700, now we are having the remainder as 700. Now again by the since the application of point is there, one more 0 is applied there, and 1000 multiplied by 7 totally divides it, making it 7000. So we have the answer as 0.567. Okay, suppose children, a number is given which is a single number on the numerator and dividing by 1000, then we read it as 4 by 1000. Then here what happens, 4 is there, we are dividing 4 by the thousands place. So here when we are dividing 4 by 1000, here in the decimal place value chart, your 4 is coming in the thousands place. So it is becoming 4 by 1000. So in the tens place, we have a 0. Again in the hundreds place we have a 0, and in the thousands place we have a 4. So now we are writing the number as 0.004. when you go for dividing it by the long division method also, children, because 4 is a single digit number, whereas in 1000 we have 3 zeros. So the number now becomes 0.004. How to convert a fraction? Now we are taking, children, how we are dividing 2 by 10. When we are dividing 2 by 10, this is the tens place, so the 2 is coming to the tens place. When 2 is coming to the tens place, then the number becomes just 0.2. The number will come as 0.2. Okay, 2 by 10 means 10 is again a bigger number, your divisor a 2-digit number, dividend a 1-digit number. So by application of point, we are adding 0 beside 2, so it becomes 10 2s are 20. So the answer is 0.2. What if there is a whole number, children, before the fraction? Suppose we have taken a number 3, which is a whole number, then 567 by 1000. Then how do we write it in decimal? So here what happens, children, this is the thousands place, so the 7, because we are dividing 567 by 1000, so here 7 is coming in the thousands place, 6 in the hundredth, and 5 in the tens place. But before point we have a single digit number as 3, so 3 will be there in the ones place. Okay, ones place of the whole number area, not of the place decimal area. After decimal we are having the 10th, 100th, and the thousands. Okay, so after ones, children, after 3 ones, you are seeing that a decimal point is there, where 5 is becoming 5 by 10 in the tens place, 6 is becoming 6 by 100 in the hundreds place, and 7 is becoming 7 by 1000 in the thousands place. So the number is read as 3.567. Now, children, what happens if we take the whole number as a double digit number having tens and ones? Suppose 24, and the fractional part is 34 by 1000. So the number will be read as 34 by 1000. So here in the thousands place, children, this is the thousands place, so because it is divided by 1000, what will happen here? 4 is coming to the thousands place, 3 is already there in the hundreds place, but we have nothing in the tens place. In the tenth place there is nothing, so in that tens place we apply a 0 there. Okay, so it becomes 0 by 10 plus 3 by 100 plus 4 by 1000. and before the decimal we have the whole number as 24, that remains as 24 with 2 tens and 4 ones. Suppose children we are not having a denominator as 10, then what do? Suppose we are taking a number 5 by 6 where 5 is the numerator and 6 is the denominator. Then 5 is acting as the dividend here and 6 is acting as the divisor. Then what will happen here children? 5 by 6, when we divided, we saw that 6 is a greater number and 5 is a smaller number, so it is not dividing. So what we will do? We will put a point on the place of the quotient and write a 0 just besides 5. Then try to divide it. Then we see in the table of 6 how many times it goes. 50 goes how many times? So 6 8s are 48, so it will become 8. So 50 minus 48 is 2. We are having the remainder as 2. So the answer will be 0.8. Further, if you want to go on dividing, you can carry on the division. Now children, we will try some. You try to write down these questions in your notebook so that these fractional numbers you can change it into the decimal form. When we are changing 7 by 8 into decimal number children, we get the answer as 0.875. Then 5 by 50 we will get it as 0.1. 6 by 10 children we will get it as 0.6. 3 by 4 as 0.75. So you go on dividing by the long division method, taking the upper number numerator as the dividend and the lower number denominator as the divisor, and the way we do simple division we go on doing in that manner. Now children, I have given you some questions to turn the decimal number into its fractional form. Suppose we have taken a number 0.35. We know 0.35 is nothing but it can be written as 35 by 100. Why? 5 is there in the hundreds place and 3 is there in the tenths place according to place value, decimal place value chart. So it will become 35 by 100. Now if we take 0.25, it will become 25 by 100. But then children, we need to see, if we are writing 35 by 100, it has to be converted to its lowest terms, which becomes 7 by 20. Then 25.25 becomes 25 by 100, which again is converted to its lowest term and becomes 1 by 4. Okay, in the same manner 0.875. 0.875 children, a 3-digit number here. So 5 in the thousandth, 7 in the hundredth and 8 in the tenths place. So the number is becoming 875 by 1000. So that when converted to the lowest terms comes to 7 by 8. 0.6, since a single digit number, 6 being in the tenths place, we write 6 by 10. Okay, then 0.125, that will become 125 by 1000, which when reduced to its lowest terms becomes 1 by 8. Hope children you understood this. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye till we meet next with a new module.